James Gunn, how are you?
I'm pretty good.
I have a visual slideshow for you. You ready?
Oh, yeah.
Why am I here from Detroit to interview you? Because that's me at 5 years old.
Wow.
Okay, which started it all.
Look at that.
Which led me to have this Fortress of Solitude office at home.
Oh, that's today?
That's my house.
Oh,
yeah.
that's amazing.
All right, so there you go. Which led me to have a brief role playing myself in Batman v Superman.
Oh, my God.
Which led me to bringing my date, Sarah Douglas, to New York when I took this picture of you too.
I remember that.
You remember
moment.
that one?
Yeah.
That's Ursa.
Yeah. Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, I remember that. That was so cool meeting her. Yeah.
Which got me excited enough to, yes, I now have a crypto on the other end of my office.
Oh, my God. Look at that.
And if
wow.
And if that isn't exciting enough, your brother's very nice to me.
Oh,
there you go.
No, he's an asshole. I liked it all except for that last one.
And when you were interviewed by Michael Rosenbaum in his podcast, he has a Lex Luthor signed poster from Gene Hackman.
That's right.
And I gave that to him from Gene.
Good day, everyone. Let us start with a brutal question that is floating all over the internet right now. Is James Gunn saving DC, or is he quietly dismantling its legacy piece by piece? That is not a light accusation, yet it is one being thrown around daily as Superman drama continues to spiral. Some fans say Gunn is rebuilding the house. Others believe he is tearing down history. So today, let us calmly, cleverly, and honestly explain why this debate exists at all. Quick favor before we open the archive vaults. If you enjoy high-energy Hollywood breakdowns with context and clarity, hit that subscribe button and tap the notification bell. Most viewers watching are not subscribed yet. It is free, takes a second, and it keeps Stats In going strong. Cheers if you did. Now, deep breath. Let us examine the legacy. The DC legacy is complicated. Decades of storytelling, multiple interpretations, comics, animation, films, television. For every fan favorite, there is another version someone disliked. And yet, over time, certain portrayals became emotionally cemented. When Gunn took over and announced a full reboot, that cement cracked. Projects were canceled, timelines were wiped. Characters were reintroduced as if the past decade never happened. For some fans, that felt necessary. For others, it felt like erasure. Losing characters is one thing. Losing continuity feels personal. Now enter Superman, the crown jewel. If Batman is chaos and Wonder Woman is courage, Superman is legacy. He is the yardstick against which every DC decision is measured. So when Gunn retools him as the emotional and thematic foundation of the new universe, scrutiny becomes microscopic. Transition here, because this is where tone becomes the battleground. Gunn is steering Superman away from gritty realism and towards sincerity. Less thunder, more sunlight. Less cynicism, more belief. And for fans invested in the darker era of DC, this feels like a rejection, not just of a style, but of their emotional investment. The fear is not that Superman will be bad. The fear is that everything that came before will be dismissed as a mistake. Gunn has not said that, but fans are reading between the lines anyway. In fandom, subtext often feels louder than text. Now let us talk leadership. Gunn is not just a director with a vision. He is an executive with authority. When he makes choices, they affect countless stories, careers, and fan expectations. That power dynamic makes his creative decisions feel heavier. If this Superman defines the next 10 years, then what does that say about the past 10? This is where the destroying legacy narrative gains traction. But here's the counter-argument that often gets drowned out. Legacy is not a museum. It is a living thing. Superman has been reinvented hundreds of times across media. Each version added something. Each version lost something. That is not destruction. That is evolution. Now let us address the messaging criticism. Some fans say Gunn is turning Superman into a lecture. Others argue he is simply removing the grim filter that made moral clarity uncomfortable. The difference between preaching and portraying kindness is often execution, not intent. Gunn has a track record here. He balances humor and heart well. Guardians of the Galaxy worked because it took emotional sincerity seriously, even when jokes were flying. If Gunn can bring that balance to Superman, legacy is preserved, not erased. Now let us talk risk, because legacy reboots live or die on risk management. Playing it safe would have meant copying previous tones with minor tweaks. Gunn refused to do that. Instead, he chose clarity. That's why reactions are extreme. Clear choices invite strong opinions. Is DC in danger? Only if it panics. If Gunn holds course and delivers a strong narrative, this outrage becomes background noise. If the film lacks depth, critics will feel vindicated. The line is thin, but it always is with legacy characters. Here's the reality. James Gunn is not destroying DC's legacy. He is redefining which parts move forward. That is uncomfortable, and uncomfortable gets labeled as betrayal online. The internet loves absolutes: save or destroy, genius or failure. Reality sits awkwardly in the middle. The DC legacy is bigger than one film, but every era begins with one choice. Gunn has made his. Whether history thanks him or drags him comes down to execution, not outrage. Thanks for watching Stats In. Catch you next time.